Hello everybody, and thank you guys for tuning in this video. My name is Cole Marnes, and in today's episode we'll be talking about part 2 of Week 10 in the NFL. If you missed part 1, you can watch that, of course, right now if you want to. Go down in the description below and click on that, or you can wait till after, of course. Either way, if you guys want to watch part 1, just go down in the description below and click on the link down there. But we'll get on here with part 2, and we'll start off with 1 o'clock games on Sunday as the Green Bay Packers will take on the Tennessee Titans. And Green Bay coming this week 4-4 after suffering a very interesting loss at home against the Indianapolis Colts. And it comes to question: is this team looking? Well, how's this team looking right now? As right now they are third technically in the NFC North. So a Packers team that's starting to fall apart here a little bit, but can't get their group going. Another team like that is the Tennessee Titans, who are now 4-5 on the season, suffering a loss to the San Diego Chargers. We had Henry get hurt last week, so it should be interesting to see if he will be coming back this Sunday for this game. And this one, I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers. I think Aaron Rodgers kind of called out his team a little bit last week, and I think this team's going to step up after hearing that. The leader's starting taking a little bit of control now. I think this team will be a little more pumped up. And I think that Randall Cobb, who was injured last week and only played a little bit, he did have a touchdown in that game, though, with his 2 catches. I think he'll have a big game this one, at about 100 yards receiving. I think the Green Bay Packers will beat the Tennessee Titans in this one on the road, 24-13. Next, we have the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Washington Redskins. Minnesota coming in this game 5-3, and they have lost 3 straight after starting the season 5-0 and coming back from their bye week. As last week they ended up losing in overtime to the Detroit Lions, and probably one of the coolest ways I've ever seen a walk-off touchdown in my life. Golden Tate doing a nice little side flip and ended up putting his rear end into the Minnesota Vikings defender's face. If you haven't seen it, just watch a video of it. Pretty funny, but also very cool as well. And for the Washington Redskins, they come into this game 4-3-1 off a bye week after a couple weeks ago tying with the Cincinnati Bengals in London. So hoping to try to come back and continue some more wins for that team as they're trying to fight for that NFC East Championship and try to chase down those Cowboys. And this one, I think they'll continue that step, as I think the Washington Redskins will end up beating the Minnesota Vikings. I think this Minnesota Vikings defense just seems like they're falling apart and they're not playing the same way they have been. And they'll be going against a very dangerous Redskins team and a very dangerous tight end as well. I think my fantasy focus will go here to Jordan Reed. I think Jordan Reed will have a good game at the tight end position, and I'll lead this team to about 100 yards receiving, maybe a touchdown or 2 in this game as well. And I think the Redskins will end up beating the Minnesota Vikings at home 27-17. Now we'll head to our 4 o'clock games as the Miami Dolphins take on the San Diego Chargers. By the way, these times are Eastern Standard Time as well. As the Miami Dolphins come in this game 4-4 on a 3-game winning streak as well, as last week they beat the New York Jets. And right now this Miami team is running off their running back, Jay Ajayi, as he's been having a great season so far. I should say a great last 3 games so far. He's had a 200-yard game, another 200-yard game, and last week a 111-yard game. As right now he is carrying this team, I guess you can say it, right on his back. As the San Diego Chargers right now going up to 4-5 in the toughest division in the AFC, or NFL, I should say, the toughest division. As in the AFC West, every team right now is 6-2 or 7-2, 6-2, 5-3 the Broncos, and then of course them at 4-5. As last week they were able to pick up a win against Tennessee Titans though, and this week I believe they're going to pick up another win against the Miami Dolphins. I think the Dolphins streak is going to end right here, and the Chargers, I think they're looking like a better team. Last week they looked pretty good against that Tennessee Titans team. Allowed too many points, I believe, in that one, but I think the defense will turn around back in this one. Still not a big fan of Tannehill. I don't think he's going to throw a couple picks in this one. And Travis Benjamin, I think, is going to have a great game in this one at the wide receiver position for the San Diego Chargers, as I believe he'll have a touchdown and quite a few yards in this one. As at this one, I have the San Diego Chargers beating the Miami Dolphins 27-20. In our next game, we have an NFC West battle as the San Francisco 49ers take on the Arizona Cardinals. San Francisco comes to this game 1-7 right now on a 7-game losing streak and suffering a loss to New Orleans Saints last week. So a team that has not got anything going pretty much since week 1. Kaepernick is helping, but not helping enough to get this team a win. Arizona comes in this week 3-4-1, surprisingly, as a team that seemed like they're going to be one of the favorites to win the NFC this year, just not having the season they need to. as a much needed bye week last week, so see if they can get some things figured out. And this week, I believe they will have things figured out. As this Cardinals team, I think this offense will look very, very well this week. And again, I usually don't pick big players in my fantasy focus, but David Johnson, I just see him having a great game against this 49er defense. And I'm going to have the Arizona Cardinals beating the San Francisco 49ers in this one, 31-13. And now our next game is America's Game of the Week, according to Fox, as this one should be a very good game as well. As the Dallas Cowboys will take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Dallas comes to this game 7-1, winning their last 7 games, as they were able to pick up a pretty convincing win, easy win of course, for playing the 0-9 Cleveland Browns. And then for Pittsburgh, they came in this game 4-4 with a loss to Baltimore, as Ben Roethlisberger came back from his injury. Did not play great the first 3 quarters, but fourth quarter he played amazing. He threw for over 200 yards and 2 touchdowns and almost led his team back to tie the game against the Ravens. But the weirdest onside kick ever, as he tried doing a little trick move, did not work out for the Steelers, and they ended up losing that game. And in this one, there's a few times I tried to go against Cowboys this year. It never worked for me. Like I did with the Cleveland Browns. This might be the last chance I can go with them. This might be the last time I go against the Dallas Cowboys if they can pick up a win in this one. But I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers at home in this one. I believe the Steelers team is going to come back after a loss last week and finally shut down this Cowboys offense. And I believe the offense for the Steelers is going to just do pretty well. Antonio Brown, I think, will have a good game, but Sammy Coates, I believe, will be the guy to watch for a fantasy-focused player. As I think usually when Antonio Brown is being covered, Coates takes over and gets some pretty good yards in their games. So keep an eye on him, and if you have him as a fantasy player, I'd put him in this week. And I'm going to have the Pittsburgh Steelers winning at home against the Dallas Cowboys, 24-21. And our next game is our Sunday night football game, as the Seattle Seahawks take on the New England Patriots. As Seattle comes to this game 5-2-1 and picking up a big win on Monday night against the Buffalo Bills. And a game that seemed like, again, we had the refs question the refs, as there was a few calls in that one that making people who watch the NFL very angry and disagree with the call. Again, that was an iffy situation with the field goal block. You can agree with it, you can disagree with it. It was kind of a mixed feeling, as again, being a ref is a hard job. Don't get me wrong on that one. That's why I don't try to yell at them too much. There's certain things where it looks obvious, yes, you should call that, but gotta admit, being a ref probably is not an easy job to have in life. Anyways, let's go on to New England Patriots here, who are 7-1 on a 4-game winning streak. Last week we had a bye, so that gave this team a little more rest and a little more time, as Tom Brady playing his ass off, as he is known for 12 touchdowns and 0 interceptions so far in his first 4 games back from his suspension. And if you already didn't know this is a rematch of Super Bowl 49, where we all know the famous play that Butler made, where he made an interception in the end zone to clinch the win for the New England Patriots and gave Tom Brady and the Patriots their 4th Super Bowl in franchise history. And this one, I'm going to go with the New England Patriots. I believe this team is just too hot to beat right now. I was having questions whether I was going to go with the Seattle Seahawks or not, and I know I'm wearing a Patriots hat right now, but it's election day, that's why I'm wearing it. But in this one, I'm going to go with the New England Patriots. I just think they're the better team. They're hot right now. They know they have things going for them. Tom Brady just seems like he cannot be stopped. I believe Brady will probably throw his first interception in this one. If anything's going to happen, I can see it happening against this very strong Seattle defense. But I'm going to have Julian Edelman having my fantasy focus player, as I think he will have a great game in this one. Because I think the Seattle Seahawks are going to be focused on stopping Gronk, if anything, in this game. So Edelman will be the man underneath, making the short catches and trying to get some yards after the catch. But I'm with the New England Patriots picking up the win in this one over the Seattle Seahawks at home, 24-20. And our final game of Week 10, we go to Monday Night Football, where Cincinnati Bengals will take on the New York Giants. Cincinnati comes to this game 3-4-1, as they had a bye week last week, and another team who you think would be competing in the AFC, having a good game, but they are still in a hunt for the AFC North Championship, as the best team in that division is 4-4 right now. So technically only a half game out. So to see the Bengals can make a run here after their bye week and try to win that division. And for the New York Giants, they are 5-3 right now on a 3-game winning streak. As last week they were able to pick up a win against the Philadelphia Eagles in a very close game in that one. In this one, I'm going to go with the New York Giants. I believe the Giants are just a better team in this one. That offenses look very, very good. This might be a little bit of a scoring battle because both defenses look kind of iffy so far this year. Even though I believe the Bengals defense is probably one of the top defense maybe in the NFL if they can play together and play good. But in this one, my fantasy focus is going to go on Sterling Shepard, as I believe he'll have a good game as Odell Beckham Jr. Usually when he gets covered pretty well, and I believe this Bengals defense can do that, cover him to a decent amount. Shepard usually ends up getting a lot of the catches, so I believe he'll be having a good game in this one. But I have the New York Giants beating the Cincinnati Bengals at home, 27-24. And that is it here for Week 10 in the NFL. Again, if you missed Part 1, you can go down in the description below, click on the link, and it'll take you right to that. If you guys want to leave a comment below, love to hear what you guys got to say. Who do you think is going to win these games this week? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you disagree or like my fantasy focus player? Love to hear what you guys got to say. You can also talk to me on Twitter at ColeMartins57. Just add me on a tweet, and love to talk to you guys about anything NFL or any other sport. Again, just add me at ColeMartins57. You can also, if you could also please like this video and subscribe to my channel to watch more NFL videos and other videos that I post. And thank you guys for tuning in and watching this video. I really appreciate it. And you guys all have a great day.